Welcome to this week's look at the state of the New York City real estate market, where I take a look at the luxury market, the Manhattan market, and the Brooklyn market. I do it because I want you to be informed. It never hurts when you're a consumer to be informed. Welcome to this week's look at the state of the New York City real estate market. As always, I bring you the very latest news in what is happening in the New York City market, from the luxury market to the Manhattan market to the Brooklyn market. This is for the week of October 10th to 17th. I just want to remind you that the reason that I do this is so that you can stay informed and make the best decisions possible, whether you're a buyer or a seller, or you're already a property owner and you want to know how the current market is affecting your position. If you have questions, please post them below, and also feel free to subscribe or share this information with someone that you think it might benefit. Okay, we're going to start with the luxury market. There were 24 contracts signed last week. That is twice the number of the week before. And also, it is the first time in 3 weeks that we have seen a real jump in contract activity at the luxury level, which is for properties that are priced at $4 million and above. Interestingly, 6 of those contracts were for properties that were priced at $10 million and above. So it's the first time we have seen the trophy market contract activity pop like that since the week of May 9th, when 7 trophy properties were sold. Okay, just to also let you know, there were 15 condos, 5 co-ops, and there were 4 townhouses in this mix. We're going to talk first about the number 1 contract. It was a townhouse at 267 West 11th Street. It was asking $25 million. This was an off-market deal, and sources report that the contract was signed at $23 million. It is a 4-story Greek Revival house. It's 23 feet wide. It is built on a 25-foot wide lot. It has a carriage house in the back and a horse walk or trail along the side of the property. The house has 6,144 square feet and an elevator. It comes with a set of approved plans from the New York City Landmark Preservation Commission, including a metal and glass rear curtain wall for the main house and a skylight and glass windows on all sides of the carriage house. The sellers paid $7.25 million in November of 2010. The number 2 contract was Duplex 2 at 3 East 95th Street. It was asking $23.9 million. It was reduced from $28.4 million when it was listed back in March of 2020. This is a duplex condo. It has over 10,000 square feet. It includes 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. It's in the Carhart Mansion, which is an 88-foot wide, 7-story limestone house that was turned into a 4-unit condo in 2004. Downstairs is a 45-foot living room with a fireplace and 18.5-foot ceilings. It has a master bedroom, 2 studies, 1 with a fireplace, a formal dining room, kitchen, breakfast room, and a master bedroom with a dressing room. Upstairs are 4 bedrooms, a gym, and a laundry room. Monthly common charges and taxes total almost $39,000. The amenities include a full-time doorman. The sellers paid $15,782,875 back in 2005. Now we're going to move over to the stats for last week for the luxury market. The total weekly asking price sales volume, $198,295,000. The average asking price, $8,262,292. Median asking price, $5,972,500. The average discount from original ask to last asking price, 127%. Now, this is the second week in a row that we have seen this kind of high uh, discount, average discount in the luxury market. It may be that it has to do with these particular properties. It may also be a trend. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, this is what we know for the last 2 weeks. We've seen a bit of a pop in the average discount from original ask to last asking price. So the average days on the market for last week was 9 days. Likely that also is a bit skewed and is quite specific to the properties that were in this particular pool that went into contract last week. All right, that's it for this week's look at the luxury market. Let's move on now and take a look at what happened in Manhattan last week. Okay, so now let's take a look at what happened in Manhattan last week. We're just going to jump right in, start with the 1 week look, the market ticker. 353 properties came on the market. That's down 14.5%. The contracts signed 163, that's up almost 4%. Off market, 174 properties. That is up 16%. If we look at the market pulse, you will see we have fully shifted into a buyer's market, and we're going to talk more about that. But in the meantime, let's move now to the market ticker for the month, which gives a little bit of a broader perspective. The supply is 1703 for the month, up 16%. Essentially, we are seeing this kind of seasonal rise in supply, but nothing really to write home about. It's a bit underwhelming. We were hoping for more supply, but this is what we have for now. Contract signed, 668. That is up 7.4%. The pending sales, or the contract signed, is approaching the 2019 levels, and we'll talk more about that shortly. Off-market properties, 655. That is up over 17%. Again, you can see buyer's market. So buyers, this is your cue to pay attention and see if there is an opportunity for you to find the home that you want in this market. This is certainly the first opportunity you have had in many, many, many months. So don't squander it. If you're a serious buyer, pay attention to this market. We're going to take a look now at these more detailed charts that show supply and pending sales, the monthly closed sales, the median sale price, the price per square foot on average, et cetera, et cetera. This information is very helpful, and a lot of you have asked me for it, so I wanted to be sure that I continue to include this. Now, if we take a look at a little bit of a deeper dive on this supply, you can see from the chart that the Manhattan inventory does continue a seasonal, if not particularly impressive, upward trend. And that has been somewhat balanced until now by the demand. And now what we're seeing is that the pending sales continue this reset trend as it heads back to 2019, 2020 levels. You can see that, we had a very frothy time of it starting at the beginning of this year, but things have really fallen off after probably July or August. We started to see the decline, and now we continue to see that. It will be interesting to see where the rest of this fall market goes. We still have a little more time. We definitely need to see more buyer activity to go back to a more neutral market, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. As we take a look at the new listings, the weekly new listings continues to tick down, but this is very much in alignment with lower seasonal averages. We see quite a few new properties coming on the market right after Labor Day, and then it is a bit of a trickle thereafter, and this is no exception. If you look at the contracts signed, as I was talking about before, these are a bit weak. Maybe it was due to the Monday holiday, but September, as you've heard me say, is always the sluggish month of the fall market, and we really expect to see a pop of contract activity in October, but we're just not seeing that right now. It does remain to be seen whether more buyers will be jumping in and making their move before the fall market concludes. One of the things that I thought was kind of interesting is the shift in negotiation. As I mentioned, we've shifted into a buyer's market. The sellers are probably beginning to feel that a bit. And just statistically, if we want to look at this chart, the number of trades at or just below ask has fallen from 50% to 35%, while the number of trades with discounts higher than 10% have increased from 12% to 21%. So we are seeing this, but we are not seeing any kind of panicky move on the part of the sellers. Sellers are kind of playing it cool right now. Let's see how this goes in the coming weeks. We will know a lot more. Right now, we are for sure in that reset mode. In Manhattan, we are in a buyer's market. Like I say, things never stay the same, so they likely won't last. And buyers, if you want to make your move, this is a good time to do it. All right, if you have any questions about the Manhattan market, please post them below. I'm happy to get back to you with the answers. All right, that's it for Manhattan. Now let's take a look at what's going on in Brooklyn. All right, so what happened in Brooklyn last week? Well, Brooklyn is faring a little bit better than Manhattan. It seems to be a little steadier. We are definitely seeing the pending sales ticking slightly higher. We're seeing that same kind of unimpressive rise in inventory, but we're going to take a close look. We're going to start with the 1 week look, the market ticker. We're going to take a look at the supply for the week, 218. That's down 0.46, kind of negligible. Contract sign, 100, down a little over 14%. Now, again, I just said that the pending sales were ticking slightly higher. You won't see that in the kind of micro look of 1 week, but you will as we move into the sort of longer view charts. Off-market properties, 79, that is down 11.24%. The Brooklyn market as being in a neutral market, and that is something that is, definitely an improvement over Manhattan, because we are seeing that Brooklyn is kind of hanging in there and showing less, let's call it less stress on the Brooklyn market than on the Manhattan market. If we look at the 1 month look, we see the supply is up 10.87%. 918. Contract signed, 478. That's down a little bit, 6%. Off market, up 20% and change, 376. Again, we're still in that neutral market. We're going to look, again, for those who like more details, take a look at these more detailed charts that show days on the market, price per square foot, et cetera, et cetera. And let me know if you have any questions about any of the more detailed charts when it comes to Brooklyn or Manhattan for that matter. All right, let's take a look at the supply now for Brooklyn. Up 0.83% year to date, up 3.9% from last month, but down almost 20% from last year. So we are not seeing as much supply coming on the market in Brooklyn, which is continuing to put pressure on the buyers and on the market in general, and kind of keeping this in this neutral market territory. The pending sales down 24% year to date, down 11.4% from last month, and down 25% from last year. So this again these are pending sales for all of Brooklyn at all price points. So if we take a look at the market pulse, you can see how we've gone from a very strong seller's market back in January to where we are now, which is in this kind of neutral market, making our way down. It's a bit early to predict whether it will continue to go down as it has in Manhattan and whether we will end up in buyer territory. But right now we can see that it is kind of making its way down. So let's continue to keep an eye on that. Okay, that's it for Brooklyn. And that's it for this week's look at the state of the New York City real estate market. I will be back next week with all the latest news on what is going on in the real estate market here in New York. In the meantime, take care.